I'm setting up to do a major build in that swamp area just behind me right there. And for that, I'm going to be needing a lot of iron towards the end of that build. Now, I'm not going to be getting that much iron from my mining, so what I really need here is an iron farm. And for that, we're going to need 68 blocks, 32 glass blocks, 5 beds, 2 to 5 villagers, 3 hoppers, a chest, 48 walls, 4 signs, a water bucket, and a lava bucket. Now I'll be making this over here in the swamp area, and I laid down some track from the village that's behind me, and I'll bring that right over into this area right here. And this is kind of in between the swamp and my castle up there, and then off in the distance over there is the village. So it's a good spot for this. And we'll start off by just placing down a pillar of 8 blocks tall. There we go. And on top of that pillar, go out 2 blocks to each side of that. And then we're going to be coming back in and filling in those corner areas that are left after we make this kind of a plus sign. So let's go ahead, we'll fill in these corners here. We're just making a platform. It's 5 by 5 and it's on top of that 8 block tall pillar. Pretty easy to do. You can use any block here that will allow spawning on top of it. We're now going to place down 5 beds, one right there, so it's in 1 block from the side, a bed kind of sideways like that, and then across the top 3 more beds. And then fill the area around the beds with more blocks. These are going to be the same blocks, that's fine. Just fill those clear around to the other side, and once that's done, we're going to come back in and then place some glass blocks on top of this. So there's our layer of blocks. Let's now put our glass blocks on top and take the glass blocks up 2 rows. So 2 levels here of glass blocks. There we go. I now need to connect the railway system up there with the top of that iron farm. So let's go ahead and make a stair step section down here for that. Layout here with the blocks. Again, this will be a temporary setup. We'll take it down as soon as I have the villager in there. And let's now come in and put our rails in back up to the top. So I'll just place these rails all the way up like that, and then I'll put in a couple of powered rails just to make sure that that cart gets clear to the top. Once you get to the top, we'll be placing this on top of that glass as well. So let's go clear up here to the top, place one on the top glass right there, and the minecart will then fall inside on top of those beds. Okay, let's now go back out to the village. I took the rail line all the way out to the village, and inside of one of the houses here, where I have a villager already caught inside of the minecart. Let's just go ahead and go inside here. Now it's pretty easy to do this. I just put the minecart there and then pushed and shoved until he finally jumped into the cart. Didn't take me more than a minute or two. Let's now just get him on his way, and we'll follow him all the way back to the village. It goes pretty fast, but you can see how far away this actually is. Now, to get additional villagers, if you want to have one more villager, you'll need to get another villager inside of a hut, and the same thing, extend your rail system into that hut, get him into a rail cart, and do the exact same trick as this. Now, this is a little bit tricky, of course, to do all this work and grab that additional villager, so you might want to just get 2 villagers, and once you have them inside of the bed area, you can then give them carrots, feed them, and they'll breed, and all you need to have are 5 in there. And there we go. Once it's in there, get that minecart out of the way. And I'm going to speed things up here. I'm just going to use a spawn here and just spawn 4 more. But we'll just assume that these are brought in the same way that that first villager was. So we need 5 villagers in there, and that's all set to go. Now once we have 5 villagers, let's place a chest right down here in the corner. And I'm going to get rid of this stairs. We want to get this out of the way. You don't want to have that left there. That will make it so it doesn't work. So let's just get rid of that whole rail system down to the ground. And then place 3 hoppers right against that chest, 1 on each one of the sides. We'll just walk around over here and place the second one. Of course, you crouch down to place it in, and then another one right there in the corner. So now I have 3 hoppers and a chest. Now fill the rest of that layer in with blocks. We'll just do this real quickly here. Nice little solid area like that. There we go. And then we're going to be placing in walls clear around this. When you get over to the chest and the hoppers, just crouch down and you can place them on top like that, and then finish off the back side. Now we need to have this 3 walls tall. So we'll just finish this here, just work around. There's our second layer right here, and then do a 3rd layer right in there. There we go. That takes care of the 3 layers. Now take the 4 signs, place your first sign right down there at the bottom. There we go. Place the sign, the next block up right here, and then go up and over 1 block. And the same thing other side, up and over 1 block, and done. And then right there where they have that spot above that 1 sign, we're going to put our lava right down there. So let's get the lava bucket and also the water bucket while we're at it. Get both of those ready to go. I need both of those right now. and then we'll place the lava right above that one sign. There it is. And then on the opposite corner, place your water on the bottom there, and that flows down into those hoppers, and that's all set. Now I need to go through one day-night cycle on this. The villagers have to go to sleep, so I have to wait for the sun to set, and then once that's done and the sun has gone down and comes back up again, the iron golem is going to be spawning inside of the top here once we're back to sunrise. So there's the sunset right there. There's the moonrise. So we're into the first night. I'm just going to jump forward here back to daytime. There we go. And we should see our iron golem forming here in just a second. He should spawn pretty quickly in here. There he is. He gets washed right into that lava and burned up. And once he's burned up, then the iron that he's made out of is going to drop down into that chest. This goes pretty fast. I've been timing this, and about every 1.5 to 2 minutes or so, you get a new spawn here of these iron golems. Let's just bring another one in right there. There we go. So it's pretty quick, and you can get a lot of iron this way. I don't need a ton of iron, but I'm going to need a fair amount, and this is close enough to my build area. Now those will keep on running as I'm doing my major build over in that swamp. So this will work out perfectly for us. Okay, let's take a look and see what we got here. Just a few minutes. Open this thing up. It's 14 already. And if I fast forwarded just a little bit in here, that was about 6 minutes or so to get that 14. So it goes pretty fast, plenty fast enough for what I need for this particular build area. And it'll just keep on working now as long as it goes. Of course, the iron golems are only going to be forming in the daytime, and that'll work out great. Now I'll be doing my big build here, and what I'm doing is the all block challenge by making a house, actually a very fancy house, using every single block in the game. And for part of what I need, I'll have to fight the wither, and I'll also need to have several blocks of iron to be able to finish off a beacon to go inside of my house build. And have a real special trick for that beacon. You're going to want to watch. They're going to want to see this special trick. It's going to be at the end of the next video, so make sure you stay tuned. Check out my channel so you don't miss that video. And I'll see you next time.